Who do you think would top the list of the richest people in history? Would it be a modern-day billionaire like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk? Or would it be someone from centuries ago whose wealth was almost unimaginable? In this video, we'll take a look at the top 10 richest people in history, and you might be surprised by who made the list. Hello, and welcome to Luxury Labs, the channel that explores the world of luxury lifestyles, travel, and everything in between. Today, we're delving into the past to explore the top 8 richest people in history. These individuals not only amassed wealth beyond imagination, but their influence shaped the course of human history. From emperors to tycoons, their stories are nothing short of legendary. So get ready to be amazed and inspired as we take a journey through time to discover the wealth, power, and legacy of the wealthiest people to have ever lived. The first on our list is a man whose wealth was so vast that he's often referred to as the richest person of all time. This man was Mansa Musa, the emperor of the Mali Empire in the 14th century. Mansa Musa's empire was built on the trade of gold, salt, and other precious commodities, and his personal wealth was estimated to be worth a staggering $400 billion in today's currency. To put that in perspective, that's more than 4 times the net worth of the current richest person in the world, Elon Musk. But what made Mansa Musa's wealth truly remarkable was how he used it. During his famous pilgrimage to Mecca, he gave away so much gold that the price of the metal plummeted in the region for years to come. He also commissioned some of the most impressive architectural projects of his time, including the famous Djinguereber Mosque in Timbuktu. Despite being one of the most powerful rulers in Africa, Mansa Musa's generosity and cultural contributions made him a legend in the Islamic world and beyond. He left a lasting impact on the history of his empire and the entire African continent. Stay tuned as we continue our countdown with more fascinating stories of the richest people in history. John D. Rockefeller. The name alone is synonymous with wealth and power. But just how rich was he? Rockefeller was the richest man in modern history, and his fortune was so vast that it's almost impossible to comprehend. In today's terms, his wealth would have been worth around $418 billion, making him 4 times richer than Jeff Bezos, the current richest person in the world. Rockefeller's story is the ultimate rags to riches tale. Born into a modest family, he started out as a clerk in a small firm. But he had an entrepreneurial spirit and saw an opportunity to make a fortune in the oil industry. He founded Standard Oil, a company that revolutionized the oil industry and dominated the market for years. But Rockefeller's wealth didn't just come from his business acumen. He was also a savvy investor, and his portfolio was diversified across a range of industries. He owned railroads, real estate, and even banks. In fact, his financial power was so great that he was able to bail out the U.S. government during a financial crisis. Rockefeller was known for his frugal lifestyle, but his philanthropy was unparalleled. He gave away millions of dollars to charitable causes, and his contributions helped to fund medical research, education, and the arts. But despite his generosity, Rockefeller's legacy is not without controversy. Standard Oil was accused of using unfair practices to drive out competitors, and Rockefeller himself was often criticized for his cutthroat business tactics. Nevertheless, there's no denying that his impact on the world was immense, and his name will forever be synonymous with wealth and power. Andrew Carnegie, the Scottish-American industrialist, philanthropist, and one of the richest men in history. Born in Dunfermline, Scotland in 1835, Carnegie came to the United States as a child and worked his way up from a humble job in a textile mill to become one of the most powerful businessmen in the world. In the late 1800s, Carnegie built an enormous steel empire, the Carnegie Steel Company, which he eventually sold to J.P. Morgan for a record-breaking $480 million. Adjusted for inflation, that would be an astounding $372 billion today. But Carnegie wasn't content to just accumulate wealth. He was also a passionate philanthropist. In 1901, he sold his steel company and dedicated the rest of his life to giving away his fortune. He believed that the man who dies rich dies disgraced, and set about establishing libraries, universities, and other public institutions with his wealth. In total, he gave away over $350 million, which would be over $9 billion today. Carnegie's impact on the world is still felt today, with institutions like Carnegie Mellon University, the Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching, and thousands of public libraries around the world bearing his name. His legacy serves as a reminder that wealth, when put to good use, can make a lasting impact on the world. Cornelius Vanderbilt, one of the wealthiest people in history, was known as the Commodore, and he built a fortune that was considered unprecedented during his lifetime. Born in Staten Island in 1794, he rose to fame as a shipping and railroad magnate in the 19th century. Vanderbilt's rise to wealth was not easy. He had to fight his way to the top, starting as a ferry operator before moving to steamships and then expanding his empire into the railroad industry. He was a man of great tenacity and focus, always determined to expand his business and beat his competitors. At one point, he was so powerful that he controlled more than half of the railroad tracks in the United States, making him the wealthiest man in America. His wealth was estimated to be around $185 billion in today's dollars, which would put him in the top 5 of the richest people in history. Vanderbilt's success was due to his incredible work ethic, business acumen, and his ability to take risks. He was a true visionary who saw opportunities where others did not, and he was not afraid to go after them. From his luxurious homes to his private steamboats, Vanderbilt lived a life of opulence and extravagance. His legacy lives on today as his name adorns some of the most prestigious universities in the United States, including Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee. Despite his immense wealth, Vanderbilt also gave back to society, donating millions of dollars to various causes and institutions. His philanthropy helped fund important projects such as the construction of Grand Central Terminal in New York City. Overall, Cornelius Vanderbilt was a man who lived life to the fullest and left an indelible mark on history as one of the wealthiest and most successful businessmen of all time. Welcome back to Luxury Labs. Today, we're continuing our countdown of the top 10 richest people in history. We've seen emperors, conquerors, and industrialists. But now we turn our attention to one of the most influential tech innovators of the modern era, Bill Gates. You might know him as the founder of Microsoft, the world's largest personal computer software company. But Gates' story goes far beyond his business achievements. He's a philanthropist, an inventor, and an inspiration to millions around the world. Gates' net worth is estimated to be over $130 billion, making him one of the richest people in the world. He started his company, Microsoft, in 1975 and became a billionaire by the age of 31. Gates' vision and drive revolutionized the computer industry and changed the way we live, work, and communicate. But it's not just his wealth and business acumen that make Gates a remarkable figure. He's also a committed philanthropist who has given billions of dollars to charity. Along with his wife, Melinda, he started the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which focuses on global health, education, and poverty alleviation. Gates has been a vocal advocate for vaccinations and has been a leading figure in the fight against malaria, polio, and other infectious diseases. He's also a staunch supporter of education, funding initiatives that improve access to learning for millions of people around the world. But Gates' impact goes far beyond his business and philanthropic endeavors. He's also an inventor, with over 26 patents to his name. His most famous invention, of course, is the Windows operating system, which has become the dominant force in personal computing. But he's also responsible for numerous other innovations, including a machine that can turn human waste into clean water. Overall, Bill Gates is a truly remarkable figure. He's changed the world in countless ways, and his influence is felt in nearly every aspect of modern life. From his groundbreaking business achievements to his philanthropic endeavors and inventions, Gates has truly earned his place among the top 10 richest people in history. Money, money, money. We all want it, but some people have it in abundance. And one such person is the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett. With a net worth of over $100 billion, Warren Buffett is considered one of the most successful investors in history. He's the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, a conglomerate with holdings in a variety of industries, including finance, insurance, and transportation. But what really sets Warren Buffett apart is his investment strategy. He's known for his value investing approach, which involves buying stocks that are undervalued by the market. And it's a strategy that's paid off handsomely for him. Over the years, Buffett has generated incredible returns for his investors, and he's now one of the richest people in the world. But it's not just his wealth that's made him famous. Buffett is also known for his philanthropy and his down-to-earth personality. He's pledged to give away most of his fortune to charity and has been a vocal advocate for higher taxes on the wealthy. And along with Bill and Melinda Gates, he's launched the Giving Pledge, an initiative that encourages billionaires to give away at least half of their wealth. So not only is Warren Buffett one of the richest people in history, he's also one of the most generous. And that's why Warren Buffett is a true icon of both finance and philanthropy. As we near the end of our list, we have to talk about the richest person of our time, Jeff Bezos. As the founder of Amazon, he revolutionized e-commerce and built the largest online retailer in the world. His incredible vision has led him to amass a fortune that exceeds $100 billion. Bezos' rise to success is a true rags to riches story. He started Amazon in his garage in Seattle, Washington in 1994. He originally wanted to name the company Cadabra, as in abracadabra, but changed his mind when his lawyer misheard it as cadaver. Bezos settled on Amazon, as he wanted the name to reflect the size of the business he hoped to build. The rest, as they say, is history. Amazon grew at an astounding rate, eventually becoming the largest online retailer in the world. Bezos' wealth grew in tandem, and in 2018, he became the richest person in the world, surpassing Bill Gates. Bezos' fortune has allowed him to indulge in a number of extravagant hobbies and experiences. He owns several properties, including a massive estate in Washington state and a $23 million mansion in Washington, D.C. He has also invested heavily in space exploration, funding the company Blue Origin to develop reusable rockets and spacecraft. Despite criticism for his wealth and the labor practices of Amazon, Bezos has also given generously to charity, including a $10 billion donation to launch the Bezos Earth Fund to fight climate change. Love him or hate him, Jeff Bezos has undoubtedly left his mark on the world, revolutionizing the way we shop and opening up new frontiers in space exploration. His incredible wealth has allowed him to indulge in experiences most of us can only dream of, but it has also given him the means to make a significant impact through philanthropy. It's fascinating to see how different people from various periods of time, backgrounds, and industries were able to accumulate such vast fortunes. But one thing is for sure, they all had one thing in common: a relentless drive to succeed. We've explored the lives of the top 8 richest people in history, each with their own unique story of how they made their fortunes. From John D. Rockefeller's domination of the oil industry to Andrew Carnegie's steel empire, and finally to modern-day tech giants Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos. One thing is clear: the wealth these individuals amassed is truly staggering. Some of them were able to single-handedly fund entire countries' economies, while others became household names synonymous with innovation and success. Their legacies have left a mark on history and have influenced the world in countless ways. Wow, what an incredible journey through the lives of the wealthiest people in history. It's truly mind-boggling to imagine what they could have done with all that money. We'd hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new today. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below with your thoughts on the wealthiest people in history. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content on luxury lifestyles, travel, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.